Well, hey there, friend. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, everything's working. Day 217 of my new morning routine, which is not so new anymore. And I'm also on day 4 of my course to become a functional trainer of functional movement and a health coach. Next week is another 5-day course. And it's going pretty well as far as I can tell. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it. I'm understanding and learning a lot more, despite having a lot to read and a lot of videos to watch with a lot of examples. To have someone really break down and explain different kinds of movements and be able to walk you through why certain type of movements might help you develop certain aspects of mobility or strength or conditioning, and different types of energy systems that you might want to tap into. Um, it's been just super interesting. I think I'm now more confident in what I'm going to program in the next 4 weeks for myself. But just from a general interest point of view, it's just amazingly interesting. I don't understand why I never took an interest in this before, or maybe even why something like this isn't taught fundamentally in like high school at some point, because it's just very useful if you can move your body well and understand how to keep it healthy and functioning properly. You're probably going to be a lot happier with, all of the challenges life throws you. Anyway, that's a brief reflection there. So that was good. Beyond that, how am I doing this morning? I'm doing all right. I slept so-ish. The kids kept waking up, I think, a couple of times, but then my alarm rang at 5:15, like I'd said it. Tried to go back to bed, went to sleep for 40 more minutes, but I was so awake that I figured I might as well come down and do my exercises now and then get on with the day. So here we are. I'm going to do some mobility. I'm going to do some light kettlebelling. Just going through a couple of techniques to see how my body is moving, and the Clubbell, of course. And then we will move on with the day. Like I always say, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to get started with my training. see a message coming through. I'll check it out in a moment. Just need to finish these stretches or mobility exercises, I think I have to say. No, I misinterpreted what I saw. Nobody said hello, but hello to everyone watching. Good morning. If you're doing all right, I'm doing my morning mobility routine, and then I'm going to work with a light kettlebell and a light clubbell for a little bit before starting my day. It's 5:55 a.m. where I'm at. Where are you at this morning? What time is it, or is it evening? Are you ending your day, or has your day already started a long time ago, and are you already halfway through it? Let me know in the comments, and if you're interested in my journey in fitness and health, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and let's talk more about what it means to be fit and healthy and try to get there at 40 like I am. So I started this mobility routine somewhere in December when I discovered a couple of YouTube videos about mobility. And I thought it was interesting because I wanted to understand why people would do it and if there would be any benefits. Now, more than half a year later, I can tell you there are definitely a lot of benefits to a mobility routine, short or long, in terms of the way I'm able to use my body, not only for sports, but just for general things like playing with my kids or picking up my kids, moving and lifting heavy loads, running around the playground, up and over all of the obstacles with them. So the direct link to daily life is if you're able to move better and move properly, there seem to be more things that I'm able to do in a day. I think that's pretty neat and pretty cool. I hadn't really realized that when I started off. I see someone left me a message, so I'm going to come over and say good morning to Zoe Wood. Hi Zoe Wood, good morning. How are you doing this morning? You doing all right? It's 6:07 a.m. where I'm at. Going through my morning mobility, going to do some light kettlebell, and going to use the kettlebell, and occasionally maybe talk about my life or fitness or my career or being a father. But if you have any questions, or if there's anything you want to talk about, or you just want to say good morning and keep going, it's all good. Thanks for dropping by. Go to the bottom of a deep squat, sit there and chill, just rock slightly from side to side, side to side, and just enjoy the depth and the stretch. So what I'm doing is bending my knee in 3 different directions. And this, of course, challenges my ankle because it has to move outwards, straight ahead, and inwards. Thus it forces me to keep my balance. Bonus, but not the point of the exercise. Try to move on with the exercises my physio gave me for my back. Sip of water. And now we're going to start with the kettlebell and with the clubbell. Alright, so some light kettlebelling. Why light kettlebelling? Because it's all about the technique at the moment. And it's just about trying to see where I'm moving, which movements if I want to program them into my training program next week, I need to be mindful of. If you have any questions about kettlebell, go ahead and shoot it over. I'd be happy to talk about kettlebells. I've got a whole bunch lying around here. Started doing it 10 months ago, and it's been an amazing ride, I can tell you, learning how to use kettlebells. But let's get started. Stop the interval timer. No, maybe not. Just let it run, see what happens. All right, so fundamental kettlebell. Deadlift. How am I moving? Am I moving all right? Feels like I'm moving all right. How about a row? I can even put my body more parallel to the floor, which is even better. I can really feel this in my hamstrings. Trying to bend the kettlebell handle. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let's go from here to two-handed clean. Preparing for the next exercise. By the way, every time we go back into the kettlebell movement, into the deadlift movement, making sure that we're really feeling our hamstrings. Trying to do an overhead press. And up, locking out my glutes, quads, pulling up my kneecaps, core bracing. There we go. Activating my back. Clean. Press. So that all seems to be working. All right. Now, squats. The squat the knee uses a lot of its range of motion opposed to a deadlift where the hip is driving all the action. Alright, so overall I feel I'm moving alright. So that's a good sign. Let's try to do it single-handed. After some two-handed swings, right? Explosive hinge at the bottom, transferring force to the kettlebell, plank at the top. Okay, now we seem to be moving alright, so I seem to be moving alright. Trying to do a single-handed swing, going into a single-handed high pull, going into a single-handed snatch, which is going to come down to a reverse press, lowering press, and again, okay? We're going to do it with my non-dominant hand first. It's usually if you can do it with your non-dominant hand. You can do it with your other hand as well. The most important thing here, if you remember, is that I banged up my wrist. Then I'm trying to twist my arm through the kettlebell, meaning that it twirls around my arm and not doesn't flip over and bang into it. That last one felt pretty good. So, good for me. Pull and up. So because with the light kettlebell, you can cheat. Because I have a lot of control about the momentum when it flips, but with heavier kettlebell, that's not the case. That felt a lot better. Okay, snatch seems to be working. So that's good. So what else can we do? Let's see if anyone else left a message or asked any questions. No, not yet. By the way, I don't train with my glasses on because they tend to fall off or something bangs into them. Pardon me, I don't think it's very safe. Next one, of course, is the swing to clean. We've got a couple of other things, but let's start with the swing to clean. Where the kettlebell is brought up through the hip hinge again, as you can see. And lands nicely in the right position. So easy to do with a lightweight. And lightweight's different for different people, right? Good preparation for the next exercise, which is the overhead press. Again, full lockout, just like with two hands, legs, kneecaps up, quads, glutes, raise, lats, up, back, up, back, and back. Drop into a clean. One, two, one, two, one, and two. Okay, so clean and press seems to be under control. Just see how my neck is doing. So I'm going to do a waiter press. And first of all, weight to press follows upside down. So I can press it up, overhead. I'm just going to twist my neck to see if I can look in either direction. There's obviously challenges. The grip strength, but it's also an interesting test to see if I have any challenges in my neck and shoulder area, because then I would be in pain. I would have to go see a physiotherapist for that. So, but that felt fine. It means whatever issues I was having with my neck, no one say they're gone, but they're probably improved to the point where I don't notice them anymore. Let's see. Clean to rack position for a squat. Nice. So that works. Now, you know, as a part of the Turkish get-up, if you've seen me do it, we of course have the getting a regular old clean here. We have the overhead press, right? We're in full lockout. But we're sitting back down. And a reverse lunge. By the way, why am I only doing 3 reps? Because I'm not trying to train here. I'm just trying to check in with myself. If the movement works for me, which it seems to do just fine this morning. Let's see. So, probably need to learn a couple of new single-handed moves. We're not there yet, so that one works. And of course, I can come up with different variations of that. So for example, I can force myself to be down, press up, body becomes even more important. Did you see? I lost the lock out there at the end. Something to take note of. And that's my dominant arm, but I'm also using my body almost non-stop, so I'm getting tired, which is why we do the difficult exercises, like the snatch at the front, the more easier ones towards the end. This one probably should have gone a bit more towards the front. But your single-handed swing. let's finish this off with the halo shield cast. Just fine. Again, I like to lock myself out, kneecaps, quads, glutes, brace the core. Breathe behind the shield. Because with a lightweight, the movement is relatively easy. But with a heavy weight, it becomes a lot more important to have a solid base. By the way, adding rotation, not always necessary. In fact, slightly risky. I wish I'd known before I started adding it. So just be mindful of that. That rotating is not ideal and makes you susceptible to injuries. And one of my 5 principles is when we're injured, we can't train. Sharky and the Tiger plays. Hey, welcome back. I remember you. You were here a couple of days ago. How are you doing today? You doing all right? I was just going to get started on my Clubbell swinging, and that's going to be the end and the last part of my morning mobility routine this morning. It has been a while indeed. Well, a while being a couple of days, but I'm good to see you again. Thanks for dropping by again. How's life? How are you doing? It's 6:30 in the morning where I'm at. Is that a message for me? Yeah. So, having a good start of the day in my kitchen. Yeah. I do have to take off my glasses, specifically with the Clubbell, because I don't want to knock my glasses out, like knock my teeth out. So I just need to be mindful of that. So it's inside circle. Up. By the way, a heavier Clubbell is going to arrive today, hopefully. Isn't that cool? So I'll have 2 kilos and 4 kilos, because I have a feeling maybe, specifically for the mill, I might be able to get a bit better motion out of the 4 kilo one. But let's find out. Otherwise, I have it on hand for outside circle. Okay, shield cast with a Clubbell. Now, the mill, let's see if I've still got it. Inside circle, twist by the ear, pull over, inside circle, twist by the ear. side, inside circle, twist, by the ear, pull over, inside circle, twist, by the ear. That one just feels so awkward, maybe because of my issues with that shoulder, but that will require a lot more work. Still, I feel it's getting slowly but surely better. But maybe someone with experience in clubbelling has some feedback for me. Light kettlebell, light clubbell, morning mobility, some water. Now we're ready to start the day. You're going to go. Does that hurt? I'm not sure what might hurt Sharky and the Tiger Plays, but you tell me next time, or I'll remind you. Does what hurt? Swinging the club bell? No, not if I don't hit myself, nor the kettlebell, also not unless I hit myself. And they're good exercises, good shoulder exercises, body exercises, but like I said about rotation, clubbelling also has some rotation into it, so you do want to have a sense of trust in your body and your core, your front plank, your back plank, that you're able to do all those things. Anyway, I train for living an adventurous, healthy, fun, active life with my family and hope to live well into my hundreds. I'm 40 years old at the moment. Those of you watching, if you're interested in my journey, go ahead and subscribe, and we can be on this journey together. Like I always say, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done for all of you today, and for me as well, is by showing up and doing the work. And that's why I'll see you tomorrow, friends. Take care, and thanks for dropping in. Sharky and the Tiger Plays, Zoe Woods for the questions and the conversation. I appreciated that. Have a great day.